everybody, welcome back to our DIY beauty. Today we are going to be making handmade bar soap. And I'm really excited about that because I know when I go to the grocery store and I'm looking for new soap, I don't know what's in half of these soaps that I buy, no idea what these ingredients mean. So I am so excited for this week because I'm going to make two different recipes for you. As you can see, I've pre-made some of these so you can see the two different recipes that we're using. I actually used two separate recipes from two different bloggers. I'll link their websites below just so you can kind of look at them. I've rearranged some of the ingredients that were in their recipes, so you'll see that I did it a little bit differently based on what was available in my grocery store. So the first soap that we're going to be making is a chia seed aloe vera soap. This is going to be your moisturizing soap. So this is going to be the moisturizing, soothing type of soap. For those of you who have sensitive skin, this is going to be the soap for you because the chia seeds provide a small amount of exfoliation, but the aloe vera and then the two oils that we're using, the essential oils, are really great for your skin. And I'll talk a little bit more about those later. And then the second recipe that we're going to be doing is an oatmeal, coconut oil, walnut oil bar soap, and this is for your exfoliation. So I absolutely love the way this stuff smells. I've pre-made some of them so you can see, and the little molds you can see have little flowers on them. This stuff smells so good, so I know you're gonna really enjoy that. So what we're doing, so what you'll need to buy actually from the store is a few different ingredients. So I'll talk to you about each of the ingredients and then we'll go ahead and get started. So what you'll want to do first is you're going to want to buy, and it's a soap making, like it's a soap mold, like a base. You can buy these at any of those craft stores. So I bought this at Michael's, and the smallest one that they have is a 2-pound one. So about 2 pounds of this soap base is actually going to be making between 10 to 15 small soaps that you can see. It's a lot, so these are great gifts. You can see, like, you can wrap them up, give them away. I've pre-made some of them, as I said, but we are going to be using half of a pound for the one recipe and then the other half for the other. This is about $10. If you don't have a craft store near you, go ahead and look online. They sell these bases, and I've actually decided to use a shea butter base. They offer like a clear base, a white base, a goat's milk base, but I decided with shea because it's so soft and moisturizing, and I know you guys are gonna love it. Along with that, you'll want to get some sort of mold. So a soap mold you can buy, or you can use cookie cutters. Whatever you have on hand really works. It's just basically a transparent mold, and it has little designs on it. They had a ton. This was about $4. So, but for what you're getting out of all of this, it's very inexpensive to buy all of this stuff because in reality, you're going to be paying about $3 a soap bar at your basic grocery store. So there's those two. I'm just going to set these aside for now, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the ingredients. So for the chia seed aloe vera soap, we are going to be using 5 drops of your wild orange essential oil. So 5 drops of this will give that nice aroma. And the ones with the little ribbons are the ones that I made for this one. It's a nice light orange smell. 5 drops of that will give you that scent, and what's amazing about wild orange is that it uplifts your spirit. So if you're feeling kind of down, or if you like just want some sort of uplift, just take a few drops of that or sniff it and you'll love it. And then we're going to be using 2 drops of the eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus is amazing for your skin. So for those of you who have very sensitive skin and it gets, you know, if you have blemishes on your skin, or if you have a rash or any sort of sunburn, this stuff is really amazing for your skin, and that's why I've added it into our soothing oil. Our soothing soap. And we will be using 1 tablespoon of just extra virgin olive oil. And you can substitute. So if you only have coconut oil, feel free to use that. We just need a small amount of a base for the oil. So anything that you have on hand, you can use. And then the recipe calls for aloe vera gel or aloe vera oil. Unfortunately, my store that I went to did not sell aloe vera oil. If you do have aloe vera oil, you'll use only 1 tablespoon. But because we're using an aloe vera gel and it's 100%, so make sure you read the label that it shows 100%, we're going to use 2 tablespoons for this. And then we're going to be using 1/4 cup of your basic chia seeds. I bought these off of Thrive Market. They're organic, vegan, non-GMO. You can buy these at your basic grocery store as well. So that's the first recipe. And then we're going to move over to the second recipe. This one's a little bit, has less ingredients, a little easier. We're just using any sort of oatmeal that you have on hand. So oats, you can use rolled oats, steel cut oats, whatever you have on hand. We're just using 1/4 cup of your basic oats. And we're using 1 tablespoon of your coconut oil. I have an organic coconut oil. Buy it at your basic grocery store or online. And then this is kind of a cool one. So we're using 1/2 tablespoon of roasted black American walnut oil. Now this stuff is a little bit more expensive than your basic olive oil. It's about $8 a bottle. The recipe that I looked up had me look for almond oil, but my store didn't sell it. So I just found any sort of nut oil that they had, and we've got your basic black walnut, and this stuff smells so good. And then with the coconut oil, it's so nice. So we're using 1/2 tablespoon of that. I'll include all of these ingredients in a link to my blog so you guys can take a look at it. But, and I'll include the directions as well in my blog post just in case you guys want to take a look at it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and make the chia seed soap first. I'm just going to go ahead and move our finished soaps over here. Now, what you're going to want to do is get some sort of Tupperware, something that you don't mind throwing out or using as a craft, like for crafts. These are old, so I was like, I'll just use these big ones. And then you'll want like a wooden spoon or something that you're not going to use to eat off of. So make sure you don't eat out of these because we are mixing these ingredients in here. Now this soap is non-toxic, but still you may just not want to eat them. So we're going to go ahead and grab our base. So as I said, we have 1 pound base here. Well, it actually was a 2 pound, but I used that already, 1/2 of it already. And we are opening this up. And I've already pre-cut these, so I'm just gonna take my spoon here, and we're just gonna use 1/2 of it. And we are going to put 1/2 of it. As you can see, it's fairly hard when you get it, and we're just gonna put it in our Tupperware. Perfect. I'm just gonna set this aside for the next one. And I recommend cutting it up, making sure that it's a little bit more cut up so it's easier when it melts. What we're going to do is we're putting this in the microwave for 45 seconds. We do not want it to become boiling. We do want it to just be nice and lightly melted. So I'm just going to throw this in for 45 seconds. Oops, that's not 45 seconds. Sorry, 1 second. That was 45 minutes, and we don't want that. We don't want that to happen. All right, so as that's melting, we're gonna go ahead and grab our mold and just kind of prep everything. I already have everything pre-measured out for you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move these ingredients to the side since you've already seen them. And we're gonna keep the essential oils out. This, like I said, this soap is really great for moisturizing and just for problem skin. I have very sensitive skin, so I know, like, especially for those of you who live in the dry climates right now and you're out in the pool all day, you want to make sure this has aloe vera in it, so it's nice and moisturizing and it'll heal. There's a lot of healing properties in this. All right, let's check our soap mold. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna put this in just for 10 more seconds. Awesome. And then I do want to let you guys know that I am doing a raffle this month. So this month I am giving away an organic wear mascara. So for those of you, the way that you can get entries into this is by either subscribing to my blog or subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you do both, you're gonna get 2 entries, and I will draw the winner at 6 p.m. on July 31st. And so make sure to enter in to win, because this stuff is amazing. I'm actually wearing the mascara today, and it's just an organic, very natural mascara that you can use. So just to let you know, that stuff is amazing. All right. Now, what we're gonna do is we're basically going to be putting everything in. We're gonna put all the wet ingredients in first. So we're doing our tablespoon of our olive oil, and we're mixing it up. So as I'm going, you have to do it fairly quickly, because if it starts to harden, it's gonna make your soap chunky, and we don't want that to happen. Then we're gonna do our 2 tablespoons of the aloe vera gel, or the aloe vera oil. All right, kind of get that mixed up. You guys can kind of see it together. Aloe vera, you have to kind of mix up a little bit. To get our nice orange scent, we're gonna do 5 drops of the wild orange. And the stuff smells so freaking good. I love it. And for our healing properties, we're gonna do 2 drops of the eucalyptus. We don't wanna do too much more than that, because it doesn't have, the smell isn't as nice as the wild orange. It still smells good, but it's not gonna be the best smell in the world. And then a 1/4 cup of our chia seeds. Chia seeds, they soak up to 10 times their amount of liquid than their weight. So with chia seeds, when they are nice and when they soak up the water, or in this case, they're soaking up the oils, they're gonna be nice and soft on your skin. That's why they're a nice little moisturizer and exfoliant, but they're not harmful to your skin. I'm just gonna move this to the side so I can show you our mold. And like I said, we have to do it fairly quickly, because it does get hard fairly quickly, which is what we want with this soap. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna pour in it into our mold. See how beautiful that is? Look how beautiful that is. All right, nice and beautiful chia seed. And we're just gonna do a 3rd one for this one. And the other 2 we're gonna use for our other recipe. This is such a great gift, you guys, so you wanna make sure, whoops, there we go. And I'm just gonna put this over in the sink right now, because it will get hard fairly quickly, and I'm just gonna wash this little guy off. And I'll come back to it and use that in just a minute. So, as you can see, nice and in your little mold. It's gonna take about 3 to 4 hours to harden. But what you can do is put it in the refrigerator for about 1 to 2 hours, and it's gonna be nice and hard for you, ready to go. In this case, what we're gonna do is just put it to the side, and we will fill up the other 2 with our other recipe. So let me just move this stuff over, and we will do our 2nd recipe. Alrighty, so as I said, this is our 2nd recipe here. This is a 1/4 cup of your oats, a tablespoon of your organic coconut oil, and then 1/2 of a tablespoon of your black walnut oil. And I have a 2nd one here for you. And then same sort of concept, what we're gonna be doing is grabbing our base again, our shea butter base, and putting it in, nice and cut up, as you can see. All right, and then we are going to just throw this in the microwave. I'm gonna do it for about 50 seconds this time around, just to see if it's completely melted by the time we do it. Alrighty, so for those of you who tuned in last week, I talked a lot about coconut oil, because we use coconut oil in the recipe for our lip scrub. And I am a firm believer in coconut oil and beauty products. This stuff is amazing. It's amazing for your skin, your hair, your lips, and using it as a soap for a moisturizer in your body is so good for you. But the biggest key that you want to take away from this is that you want to make sure it is an unrefined, organic, virgin coconut oil, because that means it's minimally processed, but also you're getting the best ingredients. So I just bought the generic brand at my store. You just want to read the label, make sure it has the good quality products in it. But you'd be surprised, some of the coconut oil that you see on the market today is heavily processed. So you want to make sure to take a look at that before you buy. All right. Okay, looks like we need just a little bit more. Let's get that off there. We're just gonna do about 10 seconds more. So I think the general consensus for the melting is gonna be about a minute. So about a minute is probably gonna be your best bet for these ingredients to get it melted pretty quickly. Perfect. Alrighty, so we're gonna mix it in. Like I said, we're gonna do the liquids first. We have our tablespoon of coconut oil. Just gonna mix up. And we got our half of a tablespoon of our walnut oil or almond oil if you have it. Move these to the side. And then our quarter cup of your oats. And this one's so simple, very, very simple. If you guys want to get a little bit more creative, what you can do is when you pour this mixture into your mold, you can actually top it with your oats to make it nice and it'll look very pretty. But in this case, we're not going to do that because I personally don't want to clog my drain because this stuff can clog your drain. But it's such a good moisturizer and exfoliant. We're going to bring this little guy over to us. And then I will pour it in for you guys so you can see. And this stuff smells so, so, so good. And you want to make sure it is still liquefied because if it's hard, you're not going to get that beautiful consistency. So I had tested these out before I made this recipe. And the first one that I did, I left it out a little bit longer and it was really hard. And you can see just from some of the pictures, this one, I'll show you guys, I'll bring it back to you. So the chia seed I made a few days ago is a little bit rougher because I let it get a little bit too hard. Whereas the coconut oil oats, it was more liquefied when I put it in the mold, and that's why you can see it's a little bit softer and cooler. So that is how you make your own handmade bar soap. It's so easy. I'm just gonna put these in my refrigerator so that way they're ready to go in about an hour. And then you can take them out, give them as gifts. I love these so much. And then one last thing I wanted to share with you guys is, well, the two things, since I've already talked to you about the mascara, is after you wash your hands, you wanna make sure you have a really good lotion. So lotion is filled with toxins from your basic grocery store. So you want to make sure you look at the ingredient labels. But a lotion that I absolutely love is Andalou Naturals. And I have the 1,000 Roses body lotion, and this stuff smells so good. I love it. It's very moisturizing, very natural. So I recommend you guys wash your hands, use it on your body, and then use this as just after the fact, or use any sort of vegan, organic, natural lotion, because that's so important. Because remember, your skin is your largest organ, so anything that goes on your skin is going directly into your body. So you want to use the best, most high quality products, but I'm showing you that you can make it yourself. And then you can also make your own lotion, but if you want to just buy it at the store, you can buy some sort of vegan, organic lotion. One last time, if you guys want to be entered into the raffle, you have two ways to do that. You can subscribe to my blog, either by clicking Get Ebook or clicking through the pop-up that says Email Subscribe, or you can click on Subscribe on my YouTube channel. That's two ways for you guys to enter into the raffle. The raffle entries will close on July 31st at 12 p.m., so noon, and then I will be drawing the winner at 6 p.m., that is Pacific Standard Time, on July 31st. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye.